Hello, myself Sunil Ramkrishnan, and here basically we are discussing the another part of Congress achievement. In this, basically by default, Congress, if anybody of the Congress party will see this video, then basically they will say that yeah, basically we have done a big achievement. Actually, we should celebrate this. But few things basically just now basically few things are there basically after the correction of this all basically they can celebrate the thing. So here the question is basically till basically we have saw basically 21 question. Now basically 22 question basically. 22nd question say that um, which occur basically energies basically which has attracted lots of planets basically. Due to that basically the earthquake basically was came. And that earthquake basically in previous video basically we had discussed about this entire earthquake basically. So which all energies are there which was dumped by the energy companies that are basically in India. Basically, I am basically in India. So in India, basically ONGC, then IPCL, then Reliance, then Ames Oxygen. These all are basically the energy companies who basically dumps the data of the energies. So how many energy companies are there basically, and which all country basically got suffered due to this all energy companies? And if those countries have basically suffered, then basically which type of basically the help basically the Indian country basically has done. This is 22nd question, and the 23rd question basically contains this energy basically companies basically was attracted by the different planets basically, and the earthquakes happened basically due to reason was basically to finish the attraction, and like this basically the earthquake basically happened. And here the main thing was basically the as for example RIL, then Reliance, then IPCL, then ONGC, then Ames Oxygen basically dumped the energy near the buildings basically. So which type of stories basically was this containing? Story means which type of all the, for example, I will tell my story. I visited 6 times in Mumbai, and Mumbai basically has not given job to me. So this is my story basically. So assume that one of the company basically that is assume Ames Oxygen, they basically collected my story and dumped near to Mumbai basically. Near to Mumbai they dumped, and due to that basically the 1500 planets basically attracted towards Mumbai. So that's this attraction basically was captured by one of the satellites, and they done the earthquake in Mumbai. So that the earthquake attraction basically, sorry, the attraction of the planets to Mumbai's land basically, that can be break. So due to that basically there was only one option, that was earthquake in Mumbai. So they basically given that was basically satellite. So to break the attraction, this is the only option, that is earthquakes. So there might be some another option, but currently I don't know that option basically. The energy group basically might be knowing. If they might be knowing, then basically why they are doing the earthquakes. So basically mostly basically there is no option. So now basically here the main thing is, I will take one more example basically up to what level this attraction is. One person told that there are 250 floor buildings basically. 254 buildings. Just see basically how dangerous this is. 250 floor buildings are there. That is the highest floor building basically in India. Basically, we are talking about India. Basically, current my location is India because I visited 6 times in Mumbai and I have not got job. I have not got that job in the Mumbai basically. That's why every time basically I tells that I am in Mumbai. Sorry, I am in India. I am in India. So here the thing is basically 20 250 floors buildings basically are there, right? 250 floors building basically you can just understand the floor height basically. So here basically the thing is, uh, one person told that how basically these 250 floor buildings basically which type of blood groups are there basically who basically stuck near the buildings and basically the building does not shake and the earthquake doesn't happen. How basically that is possible? How that is basically possible? It's impossible. He told that. He told to energy company that it's impossible. Then the energy company told that it's possible basically. How? Then basically they given one story basically. They told that we have dumped many types of ideas in this world basically. And the height of the ideas basically are basically, for example, this level idea basically comes 1 kilometer height. This all idea basically comes after 2 kilometers of the height. Like this basically around 35 kilometers height. Basically all ideas are basically dumped. So he told what actually he's telling here. Again, he basically repeated the things basically. There are basically 35 layers created of the ideas which are basically dumped by many companies, that is ONGC, IPCL. Here currently basically I'm in India, so I'm talking about India. So they told that 35 layers of ideas basically are dumped in the environment. That is basically the first layer of the idea basically comes within the 10 floor. Another basically the 10 idea basically comes after the 10th floor. 10th floor means height basically I'm talking about. Like this basically three around 400 floors idea, 400 floors basically floors are there, and there basically the ideas are dumped. So till now, basically 250 floors only are basically created. So just see basically how dangerous it is. So basically, if, assume that there are basically F blood group basically, they told that basically we can capture this 400 floors ideas basically up to 400 floors layers idea basically. They told that we have basically done the education up to that high level basically, high level education basically we have done. And for according to that basically up to 400 floor basically, 400 floor basically till now basically in India only 250 floors basically has created. Just see basically he told that the F blood group few people basically that are basically 70 crore people basically, they told that they have done this degree, and that degree basically contains the 400 the ideas up to 400 floors basically. So whenever they are basically reading the particular things basically of the syllabus basically, they are touching to that particular ideas, that is basically up to 400 floors. So like this they told that basically they basically have passed the exam, and according to that basically they got the grade, and according to that their blood group basically got created. Sorry, their blood cells basically got created. Blood group is already created, that is F blood group. So they told that basically up to this level ideas basically their body basically has already generated. That is up to 400 floor basically 400 floors ideas was basically dumped, and that was basically captured by the F blood groups. And in this basically around 70 to 80 crore people basically has taken this that degree basically. And due to that degree, basically, they were getting good jobs basically. Per month, basically, they were getting 1 crore rupees. So, like this, basically, they got 80 crore people, and 80 crore people's ka energy basically they got. And then basically, they slowly created 250 floors were already created. Then basically, they increased 10 floor. 260, 270, 280, 90, 90, 300 floors. Till now, basically, they have already created 400 floors ka energies basically, which basically can balance the building. 400 up to 400 floor buildings basically balancing can be done. So just see up to what level the uh, up to what level the preparation basically has to be done. before the buildings are basically getting prepared. So this currently basically India is having 250 floors basically building. So just see basically how the buildings are basically getting created. 250 floor building basically, and currently basically they have collected the materials of 400 floor building. So just see basically up to what level the IITs, IIMs, and the education industry basically has reached. So assume that currently basically it's a 250 floor and they collected the data of 400 floors. So how basically they might be doing that? That basically is very interesting basically question basically. So this is basically 23rd number question basically. So how many types of story basically are there in this world basically which attracted the planets, and due to that basically I had told my story, right? For example, I will just take an example. Assume that I visited 6 times in Mumbai and I have not got the job. And some company, Ames Oxygen company told that basically you don't worry, we will take that of the care basically. How basically they told that I don't, because they thought that we have created your souls. We had dumped your souls basically when you basically was going sorry, when you got the birth, when they you got the birth. So I'm just basically joking it. It's not real basically. So assume that Ames Oxygen basically collected my data of 6 time Mumbai visit. Ames Oxygen basically collected my data when I visited the 6 time in Mumbai. So they collected the data of 6 time energy and they dumped into Mumbai. So suddenly basically 1500 basically sorry 15 crore basically planet basically attracted to Mumbai. And suddenly basically few satellites basically tracked that 15 crore planets basically groups basically coming towards Mumbai basically. So but that was very far basically, but it was a satellite group basically, they have to break the chain. So they told that basically there is no option other than earthquake. So they basically done the earthquake in Mumbai. I'm just taking as an example basically. In real basically, Ames Oxygen does not have my data. Ames Oxygen does not have my soul data. Ames Oxygen has not dumped souls into my body basically when I got the work. These all are basically just rough example basically. Just taken as a fake example. But the concept basically is like this basically. Ames Oxygen basically is not connected with me. So I'm just joking. So like this basically the Mumbai got earthquake, and then basically the chain got broken basically of that attraction basically of the planets basically. That was 15 crore planets basically were attracting that how 6 time Mumbai that attracted Mumbai. And basically the satellite group told that basically we have to break this chain basically. They basically broken the chain. How they have done this chain? That they might be having some antibiotic of breaking the attraction. So like this, basically they breaken the chain of the Mumbai earthquake, basically. So just see basically, sorry, they breaken the chain of the Mumbai attraction basically through earthquake basically. But nothing happened to Mumbai basically because satellite groups are basically up to that level powerful basically. First they basically collect the each and every objects of the buildings. Sorry, each and every objects of the Mumbai. How many buildings are there? How many pools are there? How many waters are there? In that? Like this, basically they cover up the entire energy, and then basically they do these all these things because they are very professional, because they know they basically if anything happens to Mumbai, that means it's directly attack to India. So they basically take lots of precaution, saudhani. In Hindi basically it is called saudhani. Then only basically they do this thing basically. So story basically is just fake basically. Really basically there is like Ames Oxygen, but they basically don't have my soul data. They don't have they have basically not given me birth. They have not dumped souls into my body when basically I got the birth. That time this all basically fake. And this was also not captured also. This was also not tracked also. These all are just fake data. But the thing basically, concept basically, that is clear, that it's like this. So this is basically one of the question basically, which basically I asked basically, that is 23rd number question about the energy groups and their stories. So in next part basically we are going to discuss the answers of the questions and what actually really the earthquake is. That also we are going to discuss in detail.